Okay, now here we go to China. Xi Jinping's Party Congress speech leaves no doubt over his leadership role. Keynote speech he gave Wednesday to open the 19th Congress of the Chinese Communist Party. There's no doubt that his unrivaled primacy will continue for the next 5 years and possibly beyond. People clapping and woohoo, communism, yay! It's the strongest leader for generations. It's his second term. The great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation is what they say. He says there. The entire party must be prepared to make ever more difficult and harder efforts. Exactly who will lead those efforts will be now decided behind closed doors. Of course. Delegates must choose the party's 200-strong Central Committee. He hints at what is to come in his speech. He stuck a nationalist tone throughout, urging cadres to shun erroneous ideology for that of Chinese origin, acknowledging serious economic challenges in a rare display of candor. He also vowed to let markets play a decisive role in the deepened supply-side reforms. In remarks that belied the socialist hammer and sickle and red star iconography that adorned the Mao-era chamber. In a positive sign for foreign investors, he said that his government must greatly relax market entry restrictions and give equal and fair treatment to all companies registered in China. However, he hedged his remarks by saying China also must develop the public sector. But if you know about China, you know how it's mandatory vaccines, mandatory this, mandatory that. And look, they even have an app. If you want to clap your heart out for him, there's an app for it. Yay, communism. No free will. Anyway, here's the app. Please clap for him. Yay, communism. Come on. It's like social modernization, they said. Okay, communism is modern. No, it's not. That's, if you look at the way the various countries of the world are, especially there and here, the U.S., I mean, anyway, it's getting to, see here, why do we keep writing about Chinese politics if we know more than we do? See, people are like glorifying this guy, communist, and that should tell people something about here in the U.S. specifically, because that's the agenda behind the Agenda 21. The surveillance, global surveillance, and no free thinking allowed. Anyway, and here he's even pushing the climate change, saying it's we have done this. No, this is naturally occurring climate change. So, grand solar minimum. So, and they'll use that to push their agenda. Saying, oh, it's because of man. The global warming, that's what they was pushing. Now it's climate change. So, they change things when it stops working for them. When people start saying, oh, it's not warming, it's cooling. Now it's just climate change. So there's that. See there. Anyways, I'm not even gonna. But here's some searches I done there. China. Tillerson calls for India ties to counter China. There's that about that app. China calls on U.S. to abandon its prejudices after Tillerson rebuked this here. I need to click it. Damn it. Oops. More debt helps China keep its economy humming. Like, if you didn't, they own a lot of our debt, you know, so more or less China owns the U.S. So, but it's irrelevant though, because they're all in it together. So, anyway, look into, see, Jack Ma, he owns a bunch of land. He's a Chinese businessman there, Committee of 300 member, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I forget what this is. India. I've never had a year so bad. How their economy has fallen short because of what he did. Well, that's what they wanted him to do, the demonetization and confiscating the people's gold. So, and then building this enormous statue of, shit, hang on a second, of, I can't pronounce it, so I just pulled this up, to give it a sec here. Chhatrapati Shivaji statue in Mumbai. There's that. I'll leave all these links below, of course. 740 million. Anyway, back to here. India's troubled banks desperately need money. But anyway, here goes to Tillerson, what he had to say there. Trump administration wants to dramatically deepen cooperation with New Delhi. Said India was a key partner in the face of negative Chinese influence in Asia. They coincide with the start of the week-long Chinese Communist Party Congress, at which the president is seeking to further consolidate his power. And Tillerson is set to visit India next week. But yeah, this is the agenda they're pushing. All of them's pushing. They may act like they're not, but they are. So, but y'all know that shit. So, anyway. And here's that. And then there's that about that. Anyway. He describes India as a partner in strategic relationship, adding U.S. would never have the same relationship with China, a non-democratic society. Well, you could say that for this country too. It's, you know, how the voting goes here. They sway you to whoever they want you to pick. It's not an election, it's a selection. So it's pretty much it's the same shit here as in China. But they just put that label of democracy on it to trick people. Here's India's troubled banks desperately need more money, but government help just isn't coming. Well, of course it's not. They want the economies to collapse so they can bring in their solution. So, like I said, the demonetization, and they confiscated the people's gold too, and they built that huge ass statue for $740 million. So, obviously, the government cannot help the banks, because that statue was just too fucking important. It was more important than the people. So, anyway. And here, India is putting economic growth above all else, and thousands of women are dying as a result. This is the cancer thing. Again, as you know, there is natural cures for cancer. See, they don't give a shit about the people. That tells you. This tells you that there. breast cancer. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which you should, I think everybody's pretty much aware of cancer. It's just, this kind of shit just drives me nuts. Anyway. And same in China there too. So, anyway. I've got very little time here and got a lot more here, but here's a search I did India, China, and there's the part that's relevant to China. To India, I'm sorry. And a warning for China as U.S. hails India partnership. And here's the India-China war. It's 1962. Border standoff, and they had that here earlier this year. You know, I have to leave this. You look more into this stuff there, because I've got like 4 minutes here. So, there's the part that's relevant for India. Opening the Communist Party Congress, he said China's development is not designed to pose a threat to any country. As you know about countries, they're not really countries, they're corporations. I ain't gotta tell y'all. No one should expect China to swallow anything that undermines its interest, though he also claimed that Beijing is opposed to the practice of the strong bullying the weak. Bullshit. Y'all know that's bullshit. That's what the New World Order does. They're just one part of it. You know, the U.S., they're playing their role. India, they're all in this shit together, y'all know. This is just part of their show, the big grand chessboard here. So, and here is the U.S. warning China. God damn it. If this will scroll. Free and open Asia Pacific. Trade there. Anyway, keep an eye on that, him visiting India next week. So, and here's some stuff I don't think I posted. There's nothing about this here next. Bleh. Okay, and here India, not China, is now central to the future of the BRICS. See why they're pushing in India, the U.S. There, so it's stupid. I can't. The ad blocker won't work on this. So, this was widely viewed to have been agreed at the initiative of the Chinese, eager to secure the attendance of Modi at the immediately following BRICS meeting. So about that border confrontation there. Anyway, like I said, I'll just leave all this stuff. You can look more into it because I got like 2 minutes here. So, and what's fueling this super hot tech economy? China advances. See, there's another reason there. They're wanting India on top there. Just something to look into there, y'all. And then here you get, don't forget, you know, the people forget the Eurasian Union there. So, anyway, and I'll just leave these links here. So, stupid bugs. Okay, I'm running out of time. So, I had 2 other things I was going to show there, but here, the enlargement of the Eurasian Economic Union. So, see there, the free trade agreements and all that stuff with all these countries. So, anyways, they're saying, yay, communism. So, no, boo communism. Anyway, this is just putting this out there. Y'all know like how I do. So, but you see what they're pushing, the agenda. All these countries that I've talked about, they signed Agenda 21, the UN Agenda 21. So keep that in mind when you see this shit on the news. It's all a game. So it's all a show. Much love and peace, y'all. See yous.